was to get together and organize it. It would be great.
So talk about like, you know what I'm saying, becoming like a DJ, like, you know what I'm saying? When did that come from? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I was working at the radio station. At first, I was just like cutting commercials, putting songs in and things like that, and I was doing on that stuff too.
Like how you get into the station?
Oh shit, my mom Rolls Royce. Well, really, I got my foot in the door. She helped me get my foot in the door, but she had to be able to keep herself there. But being musically, inclined and just loving music, and just, I took it to a whole nother level. I just exceeded at everything I did though. And so, my Gentleman George, everybody here at Gentleman George, he bought me like a small controller. It was a gift.
Okay.
I just started playing with it. And about 2 months later, I really had that bit down pat.
Yeah.
And then I was in the Turtle, about 3 months later DJing, and I got my own setup, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just went from there. And people still hit me up. I do parties all the time, so
Yeah.
I love it.
What's your favorite like memory, like, you know what I'm saying, with a show?
What show?
Like, it can be DJ, it can be performing, like.
When I opened up the Project Pack at the Turtle. When I did Pimpin' on Wax in the club.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying, with you having like a presence in the club scene around here, it's a lot of artists that choose not to, you know what I'm saying, show face in the local like club. Like, do you feel like, you know what I'm saying, that's a particular type of thing here where like people got that pride and they don't want to, build where they come up from, so they feel like they gotta go to Atlanta to blow up and shit like that?
I mean, most times you do have to go somewhere to blow up. But every artist, the key is to find your audience and caters to their audience. I mean, it really don't matter if you got a group of people that's really fucking with you and, you just giving them content and y'all got a good connection. It'll build and grow itself.
Yeah.
If you gotta go out to find it, why not? But you should have a fan base, a solid fan base at home too.
When did you first like make the decision of like, alright, I might be, full time into radio and DJing to like, you know what I'm saying, to engineering and being an artist?
So you saying when I want to be full-time radio, or?
Not like transitioning from the radio into being like a full artist.
Oh, okay. Shit. Like, I never wanted to do radio at first. I always wanted to do music. I did radio and I just, I turned out to be real good at it. And I still do radio. I got, internet stations that I be on and run. But music just is my main passion. But I had to give it my all if I wanted to turn out how I want to, so I just had to make that decision.
So, Nussbaum Records.
Oh yeah, Nussbaum.
Nussbaum. Kind of explain the origins and, you know what I'm saying, your position.
Nussbaum was like, you know how most groups have like that main studio, like how the Dungeon family has the Dungeon. The Nussbaum was when me, Audio, and Jay Young, we all a solid foundation we could work out of. And have artists coming in and recording and doing our own stuff ourselves. It was just that. And shout out to my partner Muhammad. He was selling the plates out of there. It was his spot, He gave us the platform to be in there. So shout out to him. Without him, we wouldn't have been, we wouldn't have had this studio. And everybody just fell in love with it. It turned into a culture. So we just built off of it.
So, you know, like talk about like your first, you know, project and like, you know what I'm saying, the recording process, what's some of the production that you were fucking with in the feature?
Well, most of the songs were recorded this year, but a few, I think one was recorded back in 2019.
Yeah.
So it's just some of the best songs, but some of the best songs that I've been having been more recently. So I just put them together, and most of them is my production too. So
Okay.
it was just me finally producing something and then writing. Because I always try to produce, but I ain't never just want to. I always used to listen to beats.
Yeah.
So it really, pretty much, I just had to go ahead and produce myself.
Who's some of your like favorite producers?
And just in general,
Yeah.
I like Mike Will. I like the Coffee Brothers. They produce for Devin the Dude.
Okay.
Who else I like? Who used to make the G-Funk beats? Warren G. Daz Dillinger. But my favorite gotta be Beats by the Pound. They used to make all the No Limit beats.
Okay.
All that No Limit shit, that was Beats by the Pound. That's my favorite.
What was the, you know, the thinking process behind like, you know, I'm gonna make my records as far as like production, writing, and performing. Like, was it a monetary thing, longevity, or is it just like, you know, creatively, like that's your pocket? You can do whatever, you can do it on all notes.
Oh yeah, I can do it on all notes. But it was pretty much shit. Now what you asking?
About, you know,
You said what, the thinking process?
yeah, cause like, you know,
Shit, I just want to make timeless songs. Good songs that people just gonna. You ain't necessarily gotta listen to it every day, but say that they come on shuffle one day and you hit it, they're gonna be a song you always fuck with because it just, you know, how it catch you.
yeah.
You know, let me think about it.
Well, I be rolling